Well, Khel Yuva Football Club and Lions FA have not been going neck to neck in the Madhya Pradesh Premier League, and while this may not decide the title, but it will surely go a long way in deciding who remains in the bottom. Both the teams taking on each other in the back of losses in their last game. I am Sohan Poddar back in the commentary box. This is match number 10 in the MPL Season 2, and this is a big game when it comes to the bottom of the table clash. The lineups are out. Well, two changes by Khel Yuva. Sagar Chetri Darpan is on the bench as head coach Ankit Daswana brings two changes to the team that lost 4-1 against SWS, and that means start for Rajneesh Yadav and Adarsh Dhruv. Youngsters getting a chance like they have all season, and you have to commend Ankit for not moving away from his mandate to play attacking football. It has its downfall though, when there's not enough seniors to hold the lead. And now over to the next team, Lions FA. They can still gain a place in the table, sort of. Sudhir and Rishabh all left out. Danish, the youngster, gets a rare start up front alongside Ashwin, possibly to make space for a more imposing player. Sumit is back in defense as Shahrukh and Akash makes the midfield axis, and Niklesh wide right on the start today. And going through Khel Yuva's bench, Darpan, Abhay, Nihal, Vikrant, almost similar compared to the other three games. And let's see if any new face gets few minutes today. And talking about the Lions, a bench looks strong. Sheikh Nadeem has got options, but now it's time for him to make the most of the options available at his disposal. Ajay Puravia, Gaurav, Ankur, and Yash Lal, who started in the previous game, all got few minutes this term. And Khel Yuva got to make up for the lost points this evening. These are the match officials: referee Manoj Ahirwar, assistant Rais Khan and Gaurav Singh, with the fourth official Akshay Kanodia. Checking his watch is the assistant referee with the match commissioner. Lions FA are more than Ajay Puravia, of course, with the wealth of the attacking option, but it will be his composure and experience the key to winning points. He will has the habit of picking themselves up from the losses when they lost against SWSFC and Chamunda last week. And straight on the attack is Khel Yuva in yellow and black this evening. A quick interception there by Chirag, and the team in navy blue is Lions FA. Chirag is Ashwin. Slips it through, trying to play in Melvin Saji, the number 8, who is getting a start today ahead of Rishabh, who is on the bench. Ajay Puravia is on the left, the man who scored 4 goals in this competition, and giving him good company there is Dipendra Sisodia of Chamunda Football Club. And the man who is leading the scoring chart at present is Aniket Kanodia of SWS Football Club. And Chamdar Pal Singh is on 3 goals of Ratlam City, who are at present on the top of the points table with 9 points from 4 games. And Chamunda, of course, have been dropped to second place after that loss in the last game against Ratlam. And the final score line is 2-1, even though Ayush Bisht pulling one back, scoring the second of his campaign, but that was not substantial enough to save Chamunda Football Club from facing a defeat. So they are now placed at the second spot with 7 points from 4 games, 2 wins, 1 loss, and a draw. And they scored the maximum number of goals in the tournament, 8, and conceded 4, with a goal difference of +4. And Shihor Boys, the home sides, are also on 7 points from 4 games. It's just the goal difference which is separating the second and the third spot place team. And Shihor Boys with a goal difference of +2. They are placed third, And fourth in the points table is SWS Shivaji Football Club with 6 points from 4 games. And the Lions are languishing at fifth place with 3 points from 3 games. A win in the opener against a 5-0 win, in fact, against SWS. But after that, 2 consecutive losses. And the team placed at the bottom are the men in yellow, Khel, Yuva, Kalyan, yet to open their points account. 3 losses in a row. They conceded 12 goals already in first 3 games. Here is Nikhilesh. Cut back is open. And looks towards the edge of the area. No player in blue was waiting there. And hacked away by the men in blue. By the men in yellow, pardon me. The Lions, as usual, looking very threatening in the opening minutes. A quick footwork there, trying to release Danish. Keeper comes out well, Udit Thapa. Despite conceding a 4 in the previous game, he still manages to keep his place between the sticks. A slight handball. The referee was close to the action, and Sumit Tomar stuck his hand. Awkward bounce in the middle of the park. And the Lions shaped in a 4-4-2 as usual. Ajay Puduvia on the left, Melvin up front, and he at the number 11 Nikhilesh will be doubling up alongside the number 8 with Akash Bhabore and Shahrukh Khan, the 2 holding midfielders. Chirag, the right back, and change in goalkeeper as Uma Shankar, the number 21, keeps his place in goal. Lakwi will be counting those 2 in his mind. His 2 goals could have been easily 5, given the kind of chances he has missed in this tournament. Okay, Yuva yet to open their account, languishing at the bottom of the points table. A chance for them to climb up with a win. Bursting forward is the men in blue. In comes the cross, nicely defended by the number 19, Shubhajit Chakravorty. And now stories within big stories as Khel Yuva taking on Lions Football Club. 3 points separating uh, both these teams, but the chase for the top spot is very much on, and Khel Yuva will be doing huge favor to the rest of the pack if they can get a result here this evening. And never gonna be easy because Lions FA, they have had a blip or two, but that's about it. Inconsistencies have rankled this season, but when they get going, they can cause some serious damage. Vikas Thapa, he will be looking to keep a clean sheet as Khel Yuva will be looking to score. Again over the top. Chance opens up onto his left side. In comes the shot. Keeper spills it but grabs it the second time of asking. Wow. A crisp start from the Lions. Nicely held though by the goalkeeper, Udit Thapa. That was a chance. Falling onto the left side of Sumit. A low shot. And I think he would make the most of that opportunity. Once again, the through pass. Defense caught napping. Sumit keeps going. In it comes and the header. It goes over the bar. A delightful cross by Sumit Tomar down the left. And Melvin Saji can't keep his header down. Look at that. Well rehearsed This build up, oh, just struck the side portion of his head. He was completely one on one with the goalkeeper, Melvin Saji. The number 8, Ajay Puravia, top goal scorer of the side. Chamdar Pal Singh on 3 goals. Lakveer on 2, along with Ayush Bisht. Ayush Bisht scored in the opening game against his Shihor boys for Khel Yuva Kalyan. So familiar foes and acquaintances in familiar settings and situations. Ajay against Lagveer, Niklesh, and the two coaches Nadeem against Ankit. The personal battles of this fixture has glamour, but Madhya Pradesh Premier League can be difficult to navigate. Only the brave and robust can survive. So let the grind begin. Let the chase begin. Chirag, Niklesh, nice exchange between the number 11 and the number 2. Is Akash Bhabore playing at the heart of defense alongside Nadeem. Dan is slightly advanced, as I have mentioned, while the lineups were out. Here's Niklesh now, quickly onto the loose ball. Akash Bhabore, nicely done there by the number 14. But a disappointing attempt. Neither his manager nor his teammates will be happy with that attempt. He had 4 blue shirts waiting inside the box for the delivery. Were deciding to go on his own. Udit Thapa's goal kick. The referee blows the whistle. And quickly restarts play. Is Akash. And that through pass is intercepted by Adarsh Dhruv. As the battle for the top 2 is starting to heat up. Ratlam City with 2 points cushion over the second and third place team as we get ready to go in for the judgment week. It's going to go down to the wire on the final day, deciding which 2 teams it goes through to the semi-final of Madhya Pradesh Football League Season 2. Last term, it was the Lions, Madan Maharaj, the Diamond Rock Zephyr, and 7 strikers who made into the top 4. Now we will be seeing new teams this time around. And after 12th October, there's going to be a gap of about 7 to 8 days before we resume MPL Season 2 with Group B fixtures, and it will be done once Madan Maharaj completes with their ties at the HUI League qualifiers, before deciding which 2 teams from Group B will be facing the champion and the runners-up of Group A. Footballing action resuming in India after a break of about 5 months. Here is Ajay Puravia, the first time ball in, brought down expertly. Balletic is Ashwin, a free shot. Oh my word, just whiskers away from creeping into the bottom corner. And Akash Bhabore's attempt, just taking a deflection of one of the defenders in yellow. And that was the ball from Ajay Puravia, brought down by Ashwin. Here is the cutback, and there's the shot, and the vital touch coming in. And Khel Yuva Football Club survives from conceding early. Here is Sumit. Good height on that free kick. A header coming in. Still some confusion, but the acrobatic try is well over the bar. The initial header coming in from the number 11, Nikhilesh, the right wing half of Lions FA, Jabalpur. Another team from Jabalpur is in Group B, and that was the try. And there's the acrobatic attempt, ricochets off a yellow shirt, and Melvin Saji was the man with that attempt. Chamunda Football Club, another team in yellow with most number of goals in this tournament, and the other team in yellow, Khel Yuva, conceded the most number of goals. Another move, developing. Get through pass, flag has gone up, and Melvin Saji is offside. And we can see a lot more fluidity in their passing. The incisiveness is there, which was missing in the previous two games. And so far, the Lions are working like a well-oiled machine in the first quarter, creating a couple of chances early on. Khel Yuva yet to enter their box. Now Sumit, his touch, allowing a man in yellow to clear. Here is the number 7, Danish. His first start in this campaign. Now Chirag Thapa, Ashwin, lovely interchange. Now Ashwin gets the return ball. In comes a cross. Oh, once again rolls over the ball. Back-to-back chances falling in favor of the Lions. But the defining touch is missing so far, and that was Ashwin. Putting it on a plate for Melvin Saji. Just rolling over the ball. That could have been a brace already for the number 8. Another attempted through pass. Nice fancy flick, but cleared away to safety by Akhilesh. Working the ball out of danger is the man in yellow. And now Khel Yuva. Here they come once more. Down the left, Lakvi. Man who's got a couple of goals to his name, Akhilesh. And that channel is quickly cut out by Danish, who launches it long. It falls into the path of Ashwin from a sharp angle. Shot is blocked. Still time for one, and the flick back is brilliantly saved by Udit Thapa. Great stuff from the number 10, and equally a good goalkeeping by Udit Thapa. He kept his eyes on the ball till the last minute, flicking it over his man, getting a block, and then look at that flick from Ashwin, almost sending the keeper the wrong way. But Udit Thapa has got silver reflexes, going down sharply and putting the ball out for a corner. And Nikhilesh with a corner kick. Nodded in. Acrobatic try, and what a fine finish by Melvin Saji. He's been rewarded for his persistence. He was trying that time and again, a couple of times. Could not manage to hit the target. But third time lucky, the number 8. Almost as if he was having an evening walk inside the box. No one marking him. Look at that. Knockback coming in from Nadeem Sheikh. He's got all the time in the world to pull the trigger, and the Lions goes one up within the 17th minute of the match. It's an indication that there's going to be more goals. So it is goal number 13 conceded by Khel Yuva Kalyan. They have conceded 17 last term in group stages. Can they surpass that with one game in hand, and of course 72 minutes of regulation time left in this one? Again, ball rolled into space for Ajay Pudavia to capitalize. Lots of spaces in behind. The ball will be recovered on the far side. Chirag, a run coming in for Sumit. He can cut the ball back, which he does, and trying to set up. And the shot coming in, smacked right back into the box. The danger is not cleared though. Nikhilesh looking for Ashwin, and this time Devesh making the interception. Danish can't go past Lakveer, but Ajay Puruvia comes for support. Sumit, now the team in yellow this time. Sajal has got Chirag ahead of him, forced to play it back, leaving a lot of spaces behind their defensive line. And that's been the strategy of Lions FA, to spray those balls from the middle of the park over the defense line into the final third, and that's how they're cultivating into that opening goal. And that ball was punted over the defense line by Shaduk, and Ashwin's flick saved by the keeper, and the number 8 Melvin Saji converting that corner after the knockdown from Nikhilesh. First 20 minutes, a very pacey start for the men in blue, and they are tinkering into the final third, which they have struggled to do in the last two games. But they have rectified their error and came back strong in this one, as the goal scorer Melvin Saji is receiving treatment. The Lions will take on Ratlam City in their last group game, and Khel Yuva are gonna face the Shihod boys on 12th of October. Not an easy team to play against Ratlam City, the league leaders. It's going to be an intriguing battle. All eyes will be on that. But before that happens, it is imperative for the Lions to pick up full 3 points this evening against Khel Yuva Kalyan. The number 2 cushions it back to his goalkeeper, Uma Shankar. Committing a lot of yellow shirts forward. Khel Yuva in that bargain there, leaving spaces in midfield for the likes of Akash Babore and Shahrukh Khan to exploit. But the Lions deciding to go long and direct. And this time, changing wings is Ajay Puruvia. And after that opening game, Ajay has gone off the boil. He's been quiet since then. He got to get to the party for his team. The ball was kept in play by Melvin, but only helping Chandra instead, the right full back of Khel Yuva Kalyan. Pressing high, trying to narrow down the playing area is the Lions. Nice footwork there by Akash Bhagore. Ambitious attempt. Lots of footballing actions going on in the Indian domestic football season. We are having the Hero I-League qualifiers streamed live on the official Facebook and YouTube page of All India Football Federation. Delhi, the Football Delhi Senior Division is also on. A couple of matches going on in Sportscast India's YouTube channel. And here another through pass for the number 10, Ashwin is offside. And Madhya Pradesh Premier League as well. A cheap giveaway, winning it high into the opposition area. It was Akash Bhavore. A bit casual play from the number 14. Again, the grounder coming in and no one waiting at the far post. Quite comfortably, and they're making those runs inside Khel Yuva's box. Their midfield is not functioning at all. And the defensive midfielders in the likes of Dishant, Rajneesh, and not being able to make those crucial interventions in the middle of the park. Quite comfortably, the team in blue making inroads inside the box. There's plenty of headways near the penalty area. They're going up in collective numbers, and if you look at the positioning of the last man in defense, Nadeem Sheikh, is nowhere near, at least nowhere near to that defensive third of about 10 meters. Meanwhile, a handball and a free kick for Lions from a scoring position. In case you've just tuned in, it's the Lions who were leading by 1-0. The team in navy blue on the upper hand. Completely pegged back is the team in yellow. Meanwhile, a free kick for Lions FA. And Akash will be taking this one. He takes it, but it's off target. Just saw that gap in the wall and went through it. An early change coming in. Dishant Nayak making way for Sagar Chetri. It was surprising to see Ankit Dasmana just benching Sagar Chetri for this one. He had an impressive outing in the competition so far. If any other player, apart from Lakhvi, who has impressed in this Khel Yuva setup, it was Sagar Thapa. Again bombing down the right, in comes the cross, but keeper getting to it first. And a quick release. Adarsh, Devesh, Chandra puts it out of touch. The Lions will be looking for more goals. The 1-0 lead is never safe in the game of soccer. Now Sagar straight away in the thick of action. Away from one. But the shot is a very disappointing one. And now he's pressing high. and eventually gets the ball. In comes the cross. No one is waiting there at the far post, and cleared away by Nadeem Sheikh. Again, shot from distance, this time not a bad one. Hitting the target straight to Umashankar. And now quickly pressed the pivot, Akash, and loses out. And miscues it, Lakhvir Singh, as he tried to pull the trigger from distance. The bounce sometimes making it very difficult for the players to keep the non-kicking foot in balance, to apply the right technique on the ball. The bounce have always been wavered in the church ground in Sihor. The ball just keeps on bobbing. It becomes very difficult to control it first time. So first half an hour gone is the Lions who are leading by 1-0. It's Melvin Saji opening the score line in the 17th minute. And a throw in now for Khel Yuva. And from the wide right, 3 yellow shirts in the box. Sagar Thapa in the middle, looking for some sort of flick on. Didn't quite get it. Lakhvir Singh. And a long release. Ashwin is chasing. Keeper takes it. And headed out by Chirag Thapa. Melvin Saji, as I was mentioning, the goal scorer in this game. Total dominance by the team in navy blue, Lions. Oh, and now a through pass for Ashwin from a sharp angle again. He's deciding to assist it, but the flag has gone up and it won't be counted. And I wonder, Ashwin, he should have taken a crack at goal himself. Instead, he's deciding to set it up for his strike partner, Melvin Saji, was flagged offside. Almost doubling his personal tally and also doubling the lead of his team. A casual approach so far from the team in yellow. And the low ball this time, easily intercepted by Nadeem Sheikh. And now Akash Bhabore, he's found the gap. Just a bit too much weight on the through ball. Very parallel the defense line of Khel Yuva. The moment that through pass is played between the two centre backs, the entire back four comes into the same line. One of those technical things which the manager Ankit Dasmana should have sorted it out during the drill sessions. Seems like defending have been a big issue for Khel Yuva Kalyan since last season. They've already conceded a combined 30 goals in just 8 games. And that is if you take last season's 5 games in count and 3 of this season so far, they've conceded 30 goals in 8 games. and scored just 6. He wanted to switch wings, but not enough on it. Trying to bypass the midfield by taking the aerial route. Not being able to do so. Wrong footing. Lagvi is the number 2 Chirag. So much composed on the ball. And Lions FA is enjoying position inside their home half meanwhile. Before they play to either Shahrukh or Akshay for a through pass. And that is their plan. Now, good pace there by the number 10. In the back heel into the path. In comes the cross. Could be the third one. Pardon me, second one. Is kept alive by Ajay. This time with his weak left foot. A teasing delivery coming in. Coming away with the ball is the team in yellow. Once again, is Shahrukh Khan having a couple of yards advantage over Ladveer. Again looking for the diagonal ball. Chirag. If you can see the gap which is maintained by the defenders of Lions, that allowing that extra yard of space among themselves for those neat little triangles, give some space to pick out a runner. Tactics of Sheikh Nadeem are fruitfully working so far. Again, this time from the left, straight to the goalkeeper. He's been beaten once within the first 17 minutes. Made a good save. There could have been more goals. A couple of fine saves from Udit Thapa as well. Especially that flick on from Ashwin. But the score line is still within the reach of Khel Yuva. And as long as it stays like this, the team in yellow will be in with a shout. Now outside of the boot pass, couldn't find his man. Ashwin is chasing and he almost is stealing it. Once again, that miscommunication between the full back and the stopper back. It's nicely done this time though. On the halfway is Rajneesh. Scoops it into no man's land. Oh, some mix up. A keeper had to be aware, which he was. Sheikh Nadeem, Sumit Tomar, Melvin Saji, goal scorer, holding off a tackle, and a layoff for Niklesh, who lays it up out wide on the right for Ajay Purvia, setting up for a shot, and it's way over the bar. And Niklesh, the number 11, with the attempt. Promising build-up from the Lions once more. And in cent cases so far, the moves which the Lions are looking to build up, they eventually been successful in finishing those off inside Khel Yuva's box, which shows no blocking, no snatching so far from Khel Yuva's midfielders. Another long ball. This time it's chested down by Rajneesh. Under pressure was Lagvi, and Pudavia have it back, lofting it long and almost trying to take it into his stride. The flag has gone up anyway. Melvin Saji digging it out for his strike partner, the number 10, Ashwin, who was in offside position. The referee stops play. Maybe injury to the goalkeeper. And you can see one of the medical staffs making his entry into the pitch as we go in for the drinks break. Even though we are 6 minutes away from half time. And the stretcher being brought out as well. And Melvin Saji, the goal scorer, looks like in a bit of a trouble. He's clutching his ribs and seems to be in a lot of agony. This will be a blow for the Lions, given the fact he was looking very sharp, very active this evening, trying to make things happen. He's been at the center of everything good and that the Lions have produced so far in this match. Just running after every ball, keeping the two centre backs of Khel Yuva very busy and dragging them out of position with his diagonal runs and eventually opening up space in the centre for the likes of Ajay Puruvia and Melvin Saji to exploit. The number 8 and the number 17 switching and swapping among themselves. It's a very fluid front three for the Lions. And if you have a look at Khel Yuva, both the strikers, it's a very static way. Usually when you play in a two-man frontline system, one of them have to chase the ball and the other just to wait for the flick-ons. That hasn't happened so far in case of Khel Yuva. Most of the time, Lakveer and Raghavendra out of position. They had to drop deep into midfield to recover the ball. Just not getting the right kind of supply. The coach Ankit Dasmana and not being able to form the right kind of support mechanism towards his striker, Lakveer Singh. And that was another attempt. Oh, it's a forced substitution. Ankur Kumar replacing Melvin Saji, who is out due to a rib injury. The manager will have to change his plans. But before that, another attack developing. Sumit. A very disappointing cutback. Eventually capitalized by Sagar Thapa. I can't find the diagonal pass. Danish. His pass is overplayed. Back to Chetri. Akhilesh. Adarsh. Most of the through balls are easily intercepted by the defense line of Khel Yuva. Another great through pass. Flag had stayed down. Here comes the pullback, and Ashwin just slipping. Well, well, well. Another chance goes begging for the Lions. Let's have a look at the replay. Ankur Kumar with the pullback. It's been the tail, it's been the highlight of the first half so far. The pullbacks from the wingers have not been finished. We saw the substitute Melvin Saji missing out on a couple of chances. Meanwhile, this is looking promising for the team in yellow. Can't get his cross in, latches onto the loose ball. But this time, a Lions player is down. Again, the momentum, the rhythm which was developing will be hampered by this stoppage of play. Sheikh Nadim this time. And you can see the moment that whistle was blown, frustration from one of the Khel Yuva Kalyan's player, just flapping his hands in air. And Ajay Puruvia having some discussion with his teammate, just trying to tell him that you've got to be closer to me whenever I'm on the ball. I'm running out of options. So that we can successfully complete that 1-2, play the wall pass and open the defense. Most of the time, he has to challenge one-on-one. He has to dribble his way into the box, look for some kind of room for a cross in. 3 minutes added on. We didn't have much stoppages in this half, apart from that injury to Melvin Saji and this one to Sheikh Nadim. Plenty of opportunities being created by the Lions. Sumit Tomar, great reverse pass, but getting there first is the goalkeeper, who had to come a long way out and play more as an outfield player. Neat turn by Akash Bhagore, another ball over the top, this time Ashwin. This could be 2-0, and yes it is, but the flag has gone up again. Unlucky Ashwin. A second time it has happened. The flag went up. And that was a ball over the top from Akash Bhagore, and the initial flick back coming from Ajay Puruvia. It was a fine finish, but unfortunately it won't be counted. Again, that high interception from the team in yellow. A misplaced pass from Chirag. Could be the last throw of the dice of the first half. Ankur taking his time on the ball, and this time picking out the option in the likes of Chirag down the right. Give and go just not working out. Last touch coming off a yellow shirt. Sagar Chetri was the man tracking back. And a stop and a handball committed by Sumit. It was a soft handball, in fact, and not intentional, which is why the referee allowed the game to get going. So that's the end of the first 45 minutes of play. Is the Lions sitting pretty in a 1-0 lead as we head into for the half-time break. And thanks to that goal by Melvin Saji in the 17th minute, who had to be replaced due to an injury.
देखते ही रास्ता पे आ गया होगा वहाँ पे। हमारे घर के हमारे घर के वहाँ से लेके तो दादू घर के हाँ वो नीचे समझता हम बासठ के नन्हे को तक पानी हाँ बासठ के लगा अब बनेगा कि नहीं
Oh, welcome back. You are watching Madhya Pradesh Premier League Season 2, and this is, of course, the last game of round 4 between Khel Yuva Football Club and Lions FA. Lions leading by a goal thanks to that strike by Melvin Saji in the first half, who later had to be substituted due to a rib injury. And the player who replaced him uh, is the number 15, Ankur. So more of a forced change, which Sheikh Nadeem, the manager of Lions, had to make, and we getting ready for the second half to resume. Plenty of chances for the Lions. 1-0 easily could have been 5-0, given the kind of chances wasted by the number 10, Ashwin. A couple of times has been caught offside. Three clear-cut chances wasted by Melvin Saji as well. It seems like maybe a chief guest in attendance. Not used to really seeing these things, and these things usually happens during kickoff. And you can see the chief guest just introducing with the players just before halftime. As we were thinking that this would go into mediocrity, and after that early lead taken from Lions FA, and Nikhilesh with a knockdown into the box on the volley in the rise finished by Melvin, and he converted it, which means as we start it's 1-0, and just as we begun level terms, there's a few chances we will be hoping for more in the second half. Meanwhile, a substitution coming in for Khel Yuva as well, as their number 23 Vikrant Yadav coming in. Referee blows the whistle, and we are underway here at the church ground in Shihor. Is the team in yellow, Khel Yuva Kalyan, attacking from left to right of your screen. Khel Yuva making double substitution. Shubhajit Chakravarti already been replaced by the number 4 Shubham, the centre back coming in. The manager Ankit Daswana bringing in a striker and a centre back. Let's see if this double change can bring some positive vibe into his team's performance in the second 45 minutes. Here is Sajal sending Chetri down the left. It's got defenders on his heels. Chetri eventually losing out on the ball. Is Chirag taken away by Akash Bhabore. Vikrant Yadav has just come on in the second half. Akash. A couple of glorious balls from deep already for the attackers up front. Ankur taking a tumble there. Sajal. He's pressurized by Ashwin, and the ball is back with the Lions. A quick press launched by the men in blue. Sagar Chetri giving away the ball to Ashwin. Sumit. Nicely done there by Akash. He's got silky skills. Danish. Nadeem Sheikh. Moving up. Niklesh. Ajay Purvia. That's out of play. This is in fact uh, Lions' sixth goal in the competition, five in the opener, and this one coming in against the Khel Yuva Kalyan in round four. Uh, a couple of disappointments in the middle against the Chamunda Football Club and Shihor Boys, and that loss against Shihor Boys came as a shocker for the club, especially after the thumping victory in the opener. And meanwhile, Ankur trying to set up Ajay Puravia with that pass. Now he's back on the ball. Ajay bombing down the right, in comes the cross. Cleared away. Only as far as Akash, who tries his luck from distance. He's gone over the post. Now the quick build-up by the team in navy blue. And that is how it all started, with Ajay Puravia's low cross in. And that's the attempt from Akash. Just a bit too much elevation on that. Meanwhile, he's winning it. And now setting up Ashwin. It's 2-0. A very comfortable finish by the number 10. And finally, he's been able to put his name in the score sheet. And it's that man, the number 14, who once again turns provider. And here it is. He got a lot of time inside the box. Picked his spot very well. So it's 2-0. We are just 4 minutes into the second half. Resounding start to the second 45 minutes by the Lions. They are in a hurry to put the game to bed. Ankur. They're going all guns blazing, hungry for more. Here's Shah Rukh Khan threading it through for Ashwin. Getting his foot in is Adarsh. Defense absolutely in sixes and sevens. Goes past the first challenge. Is Shah Rukh managing to send it in. Trying to clear. Not a very proper clearance. And this time it will fall for a blue shirt. Danish Khan. Uma Shankar. Great turn there by Ankur. Sumit Tomar can't get his pass through. 51 minutes on the clock. It's 2-0 for Lions. Melvin Saji's first half lead is doubled by the number 10 Ashwin in the second half. Is Sumit Tomar. Another attempted through pass. Good interception there. Vikrant Yadav chasing it. He's got two blue shirts ahead of him. And that's the area where the Lions have did a commendable job this evening, just outmaneuvering the team in yellow, creating the 2v1 situations, and not just on the flanks. Even if you keep a closer look in the middle of the park, they're successfully managing to create 4v3 situations. There's already one extra man in there whenever they're moving forward or defending, and their set up eventually it plays into their defensive transition, and that was a long range attempt. Uma, a great takedown by Sumit. Door almost opening up down the right, but intercepted by Akhilesh. Hits one long from the center circle. This is looking good for Khel Yuva. It's Lakveer. Crucial intervention by Danish. Ajay Purvia dropping deep to recover the ball. A quick exchange with Sumit Tomar. Managed to contain Lagveer though of the Lions this evening. He's been limited to services so far. He's been kept limited to service. Lagveer rolls it over the top and almost broke free for Ashwin. You can see how the defenders are dropping back at the moment that long ball is played by the goalkeeper to mitigate that space behind. And as long as they keep doing that, it will be very difficult for the team in yellow to break them down. Sumit Tomar. There is Danish. Shahrukh. Ashwin. A bit of a scrappy play there, and down there in the middle. Both teams yet to settle down in the second half. Thankfully, for the Lions, they've managed to double their lead. Here is Lakveer sending this one in, but the attempt from Vikrant Yadav, a very disappointing one. One of the most experienced head in the Khel Yuva Kalyan ranks, Vikram Yadav, the number 23, and judging by his body structure, it seems like he is at the twilight of his career, past his golden days. And a free kick for Khel Yuva. You can see they are putting numbers in the box as Akhilesh goes long. But that back header. Defending in numbers is the Lions. Lakveer, and that pass was poked towards Raghavendra. Ankur. Akash. Ajay Purvia managing to keep it in. Good feet there by Chirag, eventually giving it away. Oh, nicely done there. Pass two in a jiffy. And Akash keeps going. Another through pass for Ashwin. Well read and cut out there by Rajneesh. Here is that long goal kick. It's turned into a pass. And Lakvi cushions it behind to his defender. Lakbir again. Just snatched away by Raghavendra, by Akash Bhabore, the number 14 of the Lions. The defensive midfielder, lean and lanky. He's got quick feet, a very skillful player. Meanwhile, flicking it over his man. There could be a chance for Sagar, but stood tall there. Now creating space. Crossing it in. Shouts of handball not given. Ankur venturing forward again. Coming central. Akash spreading it out wide to Chirag. Stepping up into the attacking half. Pings it into the feet of Ajay Puravia, who's got Ashwin waiting in the box. Takes a deflection, or has it gone out? It's gone out for a goal kick. Looking much more promising this evening, Ajay Puravia, as compared to the previous two games, isn't it? And just tossing the ball around all over the park quite comfortably. It's been a one-way traffic so far this game. Again, between the lines, fine ball finding the number 14. End product is lacking, and Ajay Puravia will be chasing this one. Can't get there though. So 1 hour of play gone at the church ground in Shihor in the Madhya Pradesh Premier League Season 2. This is the match number 10. Pardon me, this is the match number 12. The last match of round 4. And the Lions are looking good in their 2-0 lead. Another cross. This time it's a decent one. Takes a deflection. And the Lions will get a corner kick. A double change. Getting ready. Ajay Puravia, surprisingly, is being taken off. Wow. And coming in is the number 11, Nikhilesh Kumar Rajak. And Yash Lal, the goal scorer in the opening game, comes in. They'll have to defend this corner. Lions comfortably defended by Akash. latches onto the loose ball. Great work there by Akash Bhabore and releasing it to Sumit down the right. He's got two waiting in the middle. Sumit cutting into his right onto his left, setting up nicely for a cross in. Good collection by the goalkeeper. Had to stretch a lot. The quality of that cross simply wow. And you can watch the Madhya Pradesh Premier League's live action in the official YouTube channel of Sportscast India. It's a great news for Indian football lovers. The Madhya Pradesh Premier League and the Football Delhi Senior Division are running parallelly, and all the games are streamed live in the YouTube channel of Sportscast India. We had inter-district Kerala League as well, and last season's, of course, Ramco Kerala Premier League was also streamed live on the YouTube channel of Sportscast India. Meanwhile, a shot came in from the edge of the area, but not the one to remember. Won't be pleasing his fans as well. But it seems like the team in yellow have managed to quell that attacking impetus, that relentless pressure that been under from the Lions. We can see the team in yellow keeping a lot more of the ball in the last 3-4 minutes. And three substitutions already being made by the Lions. Ashwin, Akash, great ball. Good first touch. Sumit sending it in, and out it goes. We'll get another chance. Chirag, Akash, scooping it in into the path of Sumit, and it's gone out of play. Looking threatening, the Lions every time they're making those adventurous passes forward. The team in yellow, their defense didn't have any clue whatsoever how to deal with those long balls in the diagonals being neatly played by the Lions. Now Sumit Tomar is brought down. It was a tackle from behind. The referee was close to it. Sagar losing out to Shahrukh Khan, who is playing on the left this evening. Akash just feeding those passes from behind for his strikers Ashwin and Ankur. Lots of long range attempts. They've been allowed space from 20-25 yards out to take those shots. But the moment they try to enter the box, the moves break down. Now Ashwin tries one for himself. It was not on target. Now Akash Babore again looking for the run of Ashwin, and that cap nicely seeped by Adarsh. Adarsh. Here's Yadav. Over the top this time. Raghavendra chasing it over to well read and cut out by Danish Khan. Is Vikrant taking it short, sending this one in. More of a shot than a cross. It looks like this substitution of Vikrant Yadav is more of a wasted substitution, I would say. And if you just you keep an eye on him, Vikrant Yadav, and look at his physical structure, he doesn't look anywhere near to fitness. You can always try a youngster out there. You can see already hands on his hip. Sumit Tomar turns it successfully. Nice dink over the second man. Ashwin. He gives chase. Sumit coming close to him. Making inroads in the box is Akash. Fakes for the shot. Good cut back. And just going over Akash. Nicely retrieved by the number 6 and goes for goal. Was Shah Rukh Khan. A decent attempt by the number 6. Took everybody by surprise. But the goalkeeper had it protected. That was the try by Shaduk. Just given the kind of bounce, just tempting to go for the shot. Yash. Ashwin. I just wonder whom he saw there. And maybe he was hoping for the run of Chirag, which he didn't offer. Danish with a header. Flicked back. Well, that was the attempt. Rather safe coming in. And that was the initial attempt from Ashwin hitting the upright, and this time a long range try from the number 14. Once again, Udit Thapa comes to the rescue for the Khel Yuva Football Club. And now a player is lying down injured. Meanwhile, Vikrant, he had a free run and took it on the turn, just blazing it over. At that moment, he saw that acres of space ahead of him. His eyes lit up and just took the shot on the half turn. Here's Ashwin again, who struck the bar already once. There could have been a hat trick to his name. Here's Yashlal. Shahrukh. Trying to find Ankur. Another ball on the turn. This time by the number 23. Vikrant. Akash, Yash, playing into the role of a holding midfielder. We saw him into an advanced role in the earlier matches. And now Ankur cutting it in. Here is the pullback. Could be an easy chance and it's 3-0. Akash Bhavore. He deserved it. Managed to set up Ashwin a couple of times, and this time he successfully ripped the yellow walls. And there it is, an inch perfect ball and a cool calm finish, even though Udit Thapa got his hand on the ball, but it wasn't substantial enough to stop the ball from going in. So the Lions having a field day, 3 goals already. And the number 14, Akash Babore, should be in contention for the Hero of the Match award, given the kind of hard work he's done in today's game in midfield, be it setting up chances or scoring. Another defeat on the cards for Khel Yuva. Now with this goal conceding tally reaches 15, just 2 away from last season. There could have been more. Ashwin has successfully passed the first challenge. Again for Sumit, just rolled under his foot. On the turn he takes it, but it's off target. It's been chances galore for the Lions. And Khel Yuva bringing in a Darpan, a defender, in order to make sure the score line doesn't increases. Darpan, who's been the mainstay at the back for the Lions in the previous 3 games, he was benched, and Ankit Dasmana trying to have a look at his bench, trying to give chance to the youngsters, but eventually had to bring back Darpan. They've consistently been porous. They've been leaky in defense throughout this campaign so far. Again gives chase. Kept in play. Lakveer and Raghavendra. Yash. Just enjoying keeping possession. Dishant. Chirag. Back to Dishant. So precise in their passing, the Lions. And you can see smacked out wide by Yash. Just a tad too long for the number 20. The number 10, Ashwin to chase. Sent out of the touchline for a throw in. Akhilesh. A bit of a head tennis, and then that ball for Ashwin almost flicked past a couple of challenges. 13 minutes of regulation time left. The Lions leading by 3-0, looking for more, trying to increase the scoring tally. And if the score line remains like this, the Lions will move on to 6 points. They will catch SWS, who are at present in 6 points as well. But Lions will move to the fourth spot due to a better goal difference than SWS Football Club of Betul. The Lions FA of Jabalpur scored 5 goals in the opener against SWS and then lost to 1-0 to Shihor Boys, followed by another 1-0 defeat in the last match in the hands of Chamunda. And here they are leading 3-0 against Khel Yuva Kalyan. And as the internet was disturbing, another shot coming in. Sorry for the technical glitches. A beautiful ball setting up nicely as Sumit Tomar. Ankur was the man with that layoff for Sumit. Oh, just hitting the upright and going out. Akash. It's got twinkling toes. So delightful to watch. Beautifully scooped. And looking for Akash Babore, who made his way into the box. Turns away from one. Can't find the right pass. Ankur. And here are the 3 goal scorers: Melvin Saji, Ashwin, and Akash Babore. Vikrant Yadav, Lakveer, just a poor first touch. We are into the last 10 minutes then. Lions looking to increase their lead. Looking for another fifer this evening. Now it's Ashwin. He's got 2 runners rushing in, but can't beat Devesh. And the number 14, Akash Babore, was rushing into the box. Just taking his time. Too much time, in fact. Now Ankur. Akash is asking for it. He gets it. In gap. Just showed a bit too much of the ball. His number 23 could have released it first time to Ashwin. He was in a lot of space down the right. And now Shah Rukh Khan pressing high. And the cross is cleared. He got the distance. But play called back for a foul. I quickly restarted. Akash. Ankur. Winning the physical battle is Ankur. Managing to hold him off. The full back. Ankur. Shah Rukh Khan. Yash. Nicely done there by Yash. Onto his right side. Nice close control from Sumit on the turn. Fires it wide. The referee just checking his watch. Oh, and that was an off the ball challenge. An elbow into the face of Ashwin. And in trouble is Akhilesh. He is very lucky. The referee just showing him a yellow card. That was the incident. Oh, a chest bump into his face. And Akhilesh Balavi is being booked. Sending this one in. Dishant. Danish, pardon me. Spreading it out wide. For the number 15. He's away from his man. Cutting inside. Setting up Sumit. And the shot is blocked. Still time for one. Yash. Give and go didn't really work out. And chance to counter for Khel Yuva. Vikrant Yadav has got runners down the right. Vikrant passing the ball and running into space, expecting to get the return pass. But Sajal on his own, he rattled the woodwork. What an effort! Still a chance inside the box. Keeper off his mark. Can't clip it in. And a Vikrant has just been beaten with a tiny dink by Shah Rukh Khan. Wow. What an attempt by Sajal. That was the shot taken. Just wrong footing, twisting and turning, taking it onto his favorite left foot, and rattling the woodwork. Here's the number 7. Danish. Vikrant Yadav. Cross comes in. Cleared away. Looking for space to shoot, but takes it. Sagar, who will be taking off, and Adarsh coming in. Adarsh UK, and that's the end of Sagar Chetri for this evening. Now here comes Khel Yuva. Couldn't find that the through pass. And quickly hustled off the ball. Here is Sajal taking a tumble, but good recovery from Sadal. Trying to take on one of the players in blue shirt, not managing to do so. And down the left. Once again taking too much time in making decision. Sumit Tomar. And nicely done there by Ankur. He's away from one, and in comes a solid challenge. And timing his tackle to perfection, and out for a throw. Making the final substitution, Sheikh Nadeem coming off, and God of Canaria is coming in. Time to test his reserve bench. Sheikh Nadim doing so. Another long searching ball. Managing to keep it in is Ashwin sending it in. Saved by the goalkeeper at the front post. He had that covered. A whiplash of a shot by the number 10. Sajal. Another ball, this time through the middle. A keeper coming out and clearing it with his feet this time. A great flick over his man by Danish under pressure. Oh, almost turned into a lucky deflection for the team in yellow. And Ashwin now again trying to slow down the tempo, waiting for his attackers to get into their respective positions. But a very bad touch by the number 18. And Khel Yuva have the ball back. Ball the back. Sajal. Vikrant. Continuing his run is Sajal. And no foul, says the ref. It was a clear charge. And with just a minute of regulation time left, the corner taking shot. Vikrant crossing it in towards the back post. Tried to keep it in, not managing to do so in the end. Danish again snapping up possession. Inside Lions half is Akhilesh for Khel Yuva, and a floater chested down by Shahrukh. And now Akash Babore. Play continues. And now it's been called back. A Lions player is down. Is the number 10, Ashwin. Just a couple of minutes added on. 120 seconds more to go. And chance for Khel Yuva to at least try and make the scoreline respectable by probably getting in a consolation goal. But easier said than done. And now through is Ankur. Continuing his run is Akash. That angle quickly covered by the defenders. Ankur. Sumit. Neat little triangle. So we are into the final minute then. Vikrant. Nice layoff for Sajal, who takes a look up and delivers. The last 30 seconds of this game. Lakhvir, the Lions FA, is successfully managing to contain Lakhvir Singh this evening. The man who scored a couple of goals for Khel Yuva. Vikrant with a missed pass. And this could be the last throw of the dice and the final nail in the coffin. And Ashwin successfully doing it. It's 4-0 for the Lions. And the second of the evening for the number 10 of Lions FA. And they keep going, the Blues. Nine goals scored by Lions in this game. I beg your pardon, in this tournament so far. Nine goals in 4 games. They're giving a tough fight to Chamunda and Ratlam City. It's going to be final whistle any moment now. What a commendable performance by the Blues after two successive defeats. And that's the full time whistle from the referee. A resounding victory for the Lions FA. And what a remarkable comeback, edging past Khel Yuva by 4-0. And Ashwin is scoring a press this evening. And Melvin Saji opened the score line in the first half. And Akash Babore, the number 14, score, also putting his name on the score sheet. And win this win, Lions FA, and they go to fourth position in the points table with 6 points from 4 games and a better goal difference than the SWS Football Club. Thanks for joining us at Sportscast India. We will come back on Tuesday with the round 5 fixtures. Goodbye.